Hi guys! This video is going to be showing you how to dye your Nano Ring hair extensions. Now this video is the first video in a 3-part series about Nano Ring hair extensions. The first part is obviously this one on how to dye your Nano Ring hair extensions. The second one is how you install the Nano Ring hair extensions, and then the third video is going to be on how to care for the hair extensions. The caring for the hair extensions is going to be exactly the same with the micro ring and the micro loop hair extensions, because you need to take the same steps on how to care for them as well. So this first video is on how to dye your Nano Ring hair extensions. The first thing that you must check for the hair extensions is that they are 100% human hair, because if you dye them and they're not human hair, they're just going to end up frizzy and then you're not going to be able to wear them anymore, and there'll be absolutely no point in doing them. Now with these hair extensions that I got, they were chestnut brown, so they're sort of a gingery colour, and the seller actually sent me the wrong colour hair extensions that I actually asked for, and he would not give me a refund or let me send them back, so I had no choice but to dye them. And you'll see in the video that when I dyed them, the ginger colour didn't completely come out of them, but I wasn't too fussed about that. That's how I wanted it, because my hair in not natural light it is quite dark, and then in sunlight it's got quite a gingery tone to it, so it's very strange hair colour and it's quite hard for you to actually get this hair colour. And the reason why my hair is that strange is if you check in my video on how I went from bleach blonde to brunette, my hair colour that I used had a golden colour in it. It was like golden brown, so that is why I still have the gingery tone in my hair, because it's very hard to get rid of gingery tones unless you dye your hair black, and I do not want to dye my hair black, and I like the gingery tone to it as well when it's in the daylight, so I think that that's quite nice. So this video is basically going to be a tutorial on how I dyed my own hair extensions that I'm wearing at the moment. All of this is a step-by-step process on what I did, so you can see exactly what I did when I did dye these hair extensions. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it gives you quite a lot of information on how to dye your hair extensions if you're not aware yourself, and make sure that you check back on the other 2 videos in this series. It might take them a while for me to actually upload them onto YouTube, because as some of you know, I am going to Florida tomorrow and I don't know if I'll actually be able to upload them on there, so you might not get any more videos for 2 weeks, or I might be able to upload them when I'm in America. So I really hope that you enjoy this video. Make sure that you comment, like and subscribe, and the tutorial is coming up just now, and I will see you in my next video guys. Bye! What you will need for this is some Nano Ring hair extensions, some cotton, a needle, and the hair dye of your choice. So the first thing you're going to do is take off the elastic from your Nano Ring hair extensions, and it might be quite hard to do. Your hair extensions into 2 sets of 25. Have an extra one in your packet, but you can just put that to one of the packs of 25. So you're going to put one of these packs to the side, and you're going to get 1 pack of the 25. You're then going to take your needle and your cotton, and you're going to thread the cotton through the needle. You can choose any type of needle that you like. Make sure that it just fits in between the Nano Ring wires. You need to make sure that you have a double thread at the bottom of your thread, because then it will make it easier for you to thread it, and then you'll get extra strength between the nano rings so it can hold them a bit better. Just take a nano ring and just thread this through the loop, and you're going to do this on all 25 of the nano rings. ends are now threaded through, so you're just going to do a knot. Make sure that the nano rings are in the middle of the thread, just so it's easier to knot. And then just break it off, and now you have your nano rings on a loop. This makes it a lot easier to dye them because they're all attached to one loop, as opposed to dyeing every single strand and then taking a very long time. Now you're going to do the other pack of 25. Now we're going to repeat the process and you're going to have 4 lots of 25. So now we've done 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of 25 nano ring hair extensions. This makes it a hell of a lot easier to actually dye the hair extensions, because then you don't have to do them individually and you can just do them in nice big bunches, and then it makes it easier for you to be able to wash them afterwards as well. So just take these and put them to the side. Now get your hair dye of your choice. Just empty out all the contents onto your towel. Just like this. Take the conditioner, put that to the side, leave that for later, and pop on your gloves. So I'm just going to make up my hair dye now. You want to make sure that you completely mix this hair dye perfectly and nice and thick, otherwise it's going to look very weird on the hair extensions. So just make sure that your hair dye is shaken really nicely and thick, and make sure it's all mixed in, otherwise it's going to go crazy and the colours aren't going to mix very well on the actual hair extensions. So we're going to take 1 lot of hair extensions and just grab a hairbrush, and we're going to gently brush the hair extensions to make sure that there's no knots in them. Them done. Now we're just going to repeat the process with the other 3 lots of hair extensions. Make sure that it's completely covered, otherwise it won't take very well. After you've done all 4 lots of the hair extensions, you're just going to put them together, and you're just going to make sure that all of the colour is evenly distributed through all of them, and then you're just going to fold them up like this and place them on your towel and hold them up. I'm going to leave these for 40 minutes, and after 40 minutes I'm going to be washing these so I can get all the hair dye out of them. So I've just washed the hair extensions and now they're towel dried, and as you can see they're all still in their little bundles of 25. This makes it easier for you to be able to wash them. Also it makes it easier for you to be able to install them as well, because then you can tell how many you're using. And if you don't use all of them, then you have your bundles of 25, so you can easily put them back in the packet. I washed the hair extensions in a sulfate-free shampoo. This is so it doesn't make them all dry and horrible. I also use deep conditioner, which is this one that I use. This also makes sure that it reconstructs all of the really horrible bits in them and all the dry bits, and it keeps them nice and smooth. I'm now going to take my hairbrush and I'm going to be brushing these through. This just makes sure that there's no knots for when we put the extra products on them. I'm going to be applying this Lee Stafford Blow Dry Your Hair Faster spray. This just makes the extensions dry a lot quicker, plus it has heat protection in them, so you don't need to put heat protection spray on them. Just brush that through as well to make sure that it coats all of the hairs. And I'm going to spray my Lee Stafford I Hate My Hair The Day It's Washed spray. This makes it so it doesn't get all frizzy and it keeps it nice and smooth, because you don't want to have really frizzy hair extensions when you're going to be putting them in your hair. Again, I'm going to be brushing this through as well. And then I'm going to be putting on some Aussie Hair Insurance leave-in conditioner on them. This also makes them extra nice and smooth, and it conditions them so they don't look really frizzy when you put them in your hair. Turn over the extensions and do exactly the same thing. All these products in your local Superdrug or Boots stores, and you can get them in like Savers as well if you want to get this. They normally have this in Savers for like $2.99. This one is the American one, so it smells like coconuts, but the one that is sold in England smells like bubblegum. I'm going to towel dry these again. Pat them dry and put them back into their groups of 25. And I'm going to leave these for a few hours to make sure that they dry naturally. You don't want to add heat on them, otherwise they'll go frizzy and horrible, and there's absolutely no point in putting all of these heat protection sprays and all these leave-in conditioners if you're just going to use heat on them. So this is how it looks at the moment. I'll be coming back in a few hours and they will be ready for installation. So this is what the hair extensions look like. This is them when they are wet, and this is them when they are dry. These ones are actually dried beforehand, and these ones are some wet ones. So you can tell there's a hell of a lot more thickness on these ones than there are on these ones. Also on here the colour is a lot more lighter, so if you dye the extensions and they look too dark when they're very wet, then wait till they're dry and this is what they look like. They might be the right colour that you're after. So as you can tell, there is a hell of a lot of difference there. These look almost black and these ones look very nice brown. Also, if you want to use a hairdryer when you're drying these, put it on a low heat and it will be dried a lot more quicker. And holding onto this ring is going to help you a hell of a lot more, because then you can hold onto the ring, then you can blow dry them on your leg like this and they all stay together, whereas if you just had them individually, they'll be slipping out of your hand. So like I said, wait until they're completely dry before you make up your mind and see that you don't like them, or if they're too dark, because as you can see here they're very different. Like this one's near enough black and this one is a nice golden brown. So this is how the hair extensions have turned out in the end after they have been dried. As you can see, the colours are a little bit strange. They're two-toned, but I don't mind that because my hair is exactly the same colour as these. And also this is only just a base colour for when I put my actual hair colour on that I want to be. So these are going to be put in my hair, and then they're going to be dyed along with my own hair while they're in my hair in the next few days, so I can get the result that I actually want to get. But like I said, these are exactly the same colour as my hair and they're just a base colour, so it doesn't matter if they're a bit strange coloured. Also, because they were chestnut brown in the beginning, they were sort of like a gingery colour. You can't get the gingery colour out of these hair extensions unless you use a black hair dye or unless you use an ash colour, but it has to be a very dark ash brown colour, and that's the only way that you can get the orangey tones out of it. So I'm not too bothered that there's still some golden tones in, because my hair still has golden tones. Like if you've seen my video of how to dye your hair from bleach blonde to brunette, I showed you that I used a light golden brown colour. Obviously the golden colour is still in my hair, so I'll have to dye my hair black to actually get rid of the golden colour, but the golden colour is only in my hair when I see it in the daylight, so it's completely fine and I really don't mind it. But like I said, this is just going to be the base colour for my hair colour, and this is exactly the same colour as my actual hair. So these are all ready to be installed in my hair, and you will see them in the next video and how I install these in my hair. So I will see you in my next video, guys. Bye!